I'm not at all scared about having a C-section.
It's not something that I would like.
I want a natural birth because of the recovery time.
Obviously, you go through a lot of pain, but I would prefer to do it the natural way, without being cut.
The two commonest reasons for mums to be delivered by caesarean section during the labour are firstly because there are concerns about the baby's well-being, and that may be picked up on the heart monitoring, and secondly because the labour may not be progressing safely and the obstetrician may feel that there are risks of continuing with the labour to either the mum or to the unborn baby.
Because they'd induced me, she wasn't anywhere near coming out. So I actually had an emergency C-section where they took me down to theatre. The doctor came round to see me, and literally within 15 minutes of him saying you need a C-section, I was in theatre.
The doctors detected that the baby was in distress, and they decided, after lots of internal examinations, they decided that it was best to let me have a C-section.
The commonest reason for a mum to be offered a caesarean section is because they've had a previous caesarean section, because they've got a multiple pregnancy where perhaps one of the twins is lying in a position where it's not safe for them to have a vaginal delivery, or the baby may be lying in the bottom first position or breech position.
Because I had an elective caesarean, it is major surgery, and I was prepared for it, rather than perhaps having undergone 20 hours of labour and then undergoing a major operation. So, in that respect, I was very lucky. And indeed, when the baby was born at £10.6, I realised why perhaps I'd been having these problems.
In the operating theatre, the surgeon will make a cut about 6 inches long above the top of the bikini line and cut through the different layers, including the skin, the fat, the fibrous sheath around the tummy muscles, although the muscles themselves are just pushed to one side, and then finally through the muscle of the womb. The baby is delivered. Often that can be delivered just with the hand of the surgeon, but occasionally forceps are needed to deliver the baby safely. The cord is cut, and the baby will be handed to the midwife to be dried off, and as long as the baby's well and you want, then the baby will be able to be given to you straight away on the operating table.
The actual C-section itself is fine, you don't feel anything, it's just a bit strange. Sort of feel like someone's washing up in your stomach, which was a bit weird. But, you know, once it was over, it's so quick. You know, I think I was in theatre probably a maximum of half an hour, 40 minutes. And the recovery time, initially, obviously, it's pretty painful. But that only lasts, the real pain of it, a couple of days.
When I first held her, I was, of course, very drowsy and just completely in a different world. It's very hard to even remember it all now, but I just felt like there was no one else around, like I was just on my own with just her, and that was a really good feeling. I mean, we'd waited for so many years. It was just, wow, I can't believe this has happened. This has really happened.
If I did have a C-section, I would be open to it. I wouldn't say no. If I had to, I would absolutely do it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about the safety of the baby, so if I was advised that was the best way to go, then yeah, of course would.
I'm just open to whatever's available at the time, so that I can have a baby come out who's healthy and survives.